Hey guys, so today's been a very interesting morning. Left the house at a really good time, I felt, and when we got out here to the river to set up to hunt, somebody was already in the spot that I wanted. In fact, people were in the first 3 spots I wanted. So we've been searching for another spot. We should have scouted more than what we did for spots to be able to hunt here along the river, because just got to find a spot that's shallow enough to walk in and good area to hunt. So finally found a spot. Andrew seems to have a shiny carabiner on his
Oh yeah, look at that.
so we just got set up. We did a mad dash to get set up because we set up after shooting light, but it's all right. It's public land. People were in our spots. They got there first. By all means, they should be able to hunt those spots. It was just a heck of a interesting morning trying to get ready, and then I find out that I did not put the SD card in the GoPro, so I will not have a GoPro on my head today, which sucks. We got the GoPro, just forgot the SD card for it. I need to get extras, but we'll get there eventually. Andrew, you got anything you want to say?
Oh, well, all the bad stuff happened, so now all the good stuff's about to happen.
That's right.
Keep positive.
So we're gonna stay positive. It's gonna be a fantastic morning, and I'm gonna do my absolute best to bring you guys on whenever we get some action going. But we'll see how this morning goes. All right, so our spread for this morning, we've got 2 mojos out there and about 3 dozen decoys. Not really a pattern, it's kind of spread out and pockets for ducks to be able to land in. But we really haven't seen anything yet this morning since we finally got to sit down. Noe's not here this morning with us because he went and got the vaccine and feels like poo at the moment. So it's just me and Andrew out here talking in the blind, having some odd conversations. Does anybody else have like weird topics that they just talk about in the duck blind while you're waiting on sets to come in? If you do, let me know. Leave a comment down below. All right, so we're still waiting for any ducks really to fly in. It's been a real slow morning. We've seen a couple real high flying migration type ducks fly over. Last group I saw was probably about 20 minutes ago, but thought that this might be a good time. Let's talk about calling ducks. What I do, everybody's got a different thing that they do, but what I do and the way I was taught by people from in Arkansas with my grandfather was to say the word foot or hut. The T sound is important because at the end of the T, your tongue slaps the top of your mouth and cuts the air off completely, making it a real sharp, crisp note. So what I do is I say foot. It's just what's more comfortable to me. So whenever I actually do it in the call, it sounds like and that's the best way that I found to be able to call. And we're hunting, so if Andrew drops the phone real fast for a group of ducks, then you know what happened. So what I do is I say foot, and I put the call up to my mouth like I'm going to drink a bottled soda or bottled beer or whatever you prefer, and I just put it on the bottom of my lip, bring it up, and I say the word foot. To do a single quack, you just say it one time, wait a few seconds, do it again. That's what's considered a lonesome hen call. Now I move my hands around, but that's because I've been practicing for a long time, and I'm aware of what's going on. For people who are just beginning, I would suggest to hold your hand open wide like this, and then as time progresses and you get better, you can start moving your fingers and give it a little different tone, give it a little different sound, manipulate the sounds a little bit more as time goes on. To do a hale call, you're going to say the same thing. You're going to say foot. You're just going to repeat it faster and louder. And you're going to work loud to soft, or long to short. It would probably be a better way of putting it. So the way I do that is, and that would be considered a hale call.
Hold on. Left.
It's not a duck.
All right. Sorry. I'm trying to focus on two things here.
Andrew got distracted.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Continue.
So, whenever you're hunting, you can use a hale call. I mean, you're not going to use a 30-note highball call like a competition call, but you can still do 5 or 6 quacks in a row for a hale call. Generally, what I like to do after I get their attention with a hale call is I'll cut it down to just 3, and it'll be kind of 3 soft ones. And that works out really well for us. If we get their attention, usually I can work them in using that very well. Another call that can be used a lot while hunting is a feed call. If you're around feed, if you're hunting in feed in the marsh, something like that. And the way I was taught to do it is to say the words tuka, tuka, tuka. And I do that really fast, and it takes a little bit of time to figure out how to do it fast with your tongue, but it'll sound without the call. It'll, and it's just saying tuka, 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 tuka. Like I said, that T sound is important. It makes it a crisper note, and it'll sound like this. And you can break it up, speed it up, slow it down for whatever the situation is calling for, or whatever the ducks are calling for. So I might speed it up real fast and slow it down and just do single little ones. And again, as time goes on and you practice, you can use your fingers to manipulate the sounds. And along with that, you can add a single quack or a lonesome hen call in the middle of that. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of practice, and that'll sound something like this. And you just practice those things. You can do variances of all of them, and those are mainly the 4 calls that I use whenever I'm out hunting. I'm not going to go into competition style calling, but those are what I use. And the calls I'm using, this is a new one I got from Beaver Creek calls, and this has got a really raspy sound to it, which I like. It's a good call. It doesn't get quite as soft as I would like it to whenever birds are working in close, but it's a very good sounding call. And so far this season, I've only hunted with it twice. So far I've enjoyed it, and as time goes on, I'll review it and say how I like, or what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Other calls that I have on me, this is a Hadel's game call. This is a teal call, and it's got a unique sound all its own for blue-winged teal. Andrew keeps on looking up in the sky, making me think that there's ducks coming in from over my shoulder.
I gotta keep looking.
Other calls that I use is an R&T Diablo. This is a Jase Robertson Pro Series from Duck Commander. I've got my goose call with me, and I got this one. And another one I should probably touch on is the whistle. Whistle is a phenomenal thing, especially for finishing ducks. For mallards, you use you hum into it, and it'll is the sound that I make, and the sound that works. But this call can be used in several different ways. If there's widgeons flying around, you can use this call as well, and that'll be 3 notes, and it'll go low, high, low, and it'll sound something like this. And that'll be a widgeon call. Also great for working in ducks, and you can go into several different duck calls using this call. Green wing teal, you can even do a dove noise if we were hunting dove. I'd show you that one, but this is a great call to always have on your lanyard. And that's about all. So once we finally get some action coming in, I'll bring you guys back out. Talk to you in a bit.